Hi, here is a book that I really enjoyed reading. It's by an author new to me, and her name is Rachel J. Good. It's the Love and Promises #1 book, and it's the Amish Teacher's Gift. I'll let you know right now that I also read the second book in the series. I'm going to record that video right now after this, but that book does not come out until November 27th, so you'll see that review then. Okay, this book was released on April 24th, and here is the summary. A Teacher's Love. Widower Josiah Yoder wants to be a good father, but it's not easy with a deaf young son who doesn't understand why his ma'am isn't coming home. At a loss, Josiah enrolls Nathan in a special needs school and is relieved to see his son immediately comforted by his new teacher, a woman whose sweet charm and gentle smile just might be the balm they both need. With 7 siblings to care for, Ada Rupp wasn't sure she wanted to take on teaching too. But the moment she holds Nathan in her arms, she realizes she'll do all she can to help this lost little boy. Falling for a man in mourning may be against the rules, but his quiet strength is the support Ava never knew she needed. And together they could have the loving family she'd always hoped for. Now, I want to tell you, I gave this book 5 stars. It was very, very sweet. It is indeed the very first and the second Christian romance or Amish romance that I've ever read. But if they're anything like this, I'll continue to read them. Now, as mentioned, Josiah Yoder has a young son named Nathan who is about to start school. His son is deaf. He has terrible temper tantrums whenever Josiah gets close to him. Josiah wonders how will Nathan do in school because he can't communicate with Nathan. Josiah cannot communicate with Nathan and he cannot control him. But what happens? Well, he meets Nathan's new teacher. And this woman is Ada Rupp. She's 19 years old. She's overwhelmingly responsible for her 7 younger siblings. Now, she also has a new job as a teacher, and what's more, it's a teacher in a special needs school. Now, Nathan is going to be attending the school. Now, Ada has a younger brother who is deaf, so she is familiar with sign language, but other than that, she doesn't have any other training. Yes, I will say this. Both their stories are extremely heartbreaking. Ada is now responsible for 7 siblings. Nathan is a widower with a son he cannot communicate with. It's a great story. Ada's mother has recently passed away, and something has happened to her father. And with both of their stressful situations, they have to work alongside one another for the little boy Nathan's sake. There's a problem though, because they are attracted to one another, but Josiah is still in mourning, and Ada has a sensitive secret that bans her from courting. So their attraction is a problem. I wanted to mention that at 6% of the book, I was ready to cry. Yes, it's that sensitive. But I held myself back and I continued reading. Yeah, I had a lump in my throat for most of the whole book. I really did. Well, upon extension, we learn more about Josiah and Nathan's delicate relationship and why Josiah cannot communicate with the little boy. And we also learn about Ada's connection to her siblings, which is absolutely wonderful. And there's a lot of problems that they encounter, however. She has a job to contend with. She has her siblings to contend with. He's got to figure out how to draw close to his son. And he's got to learn how to speak sign language, which is something that he never learned. Well, they end up spending time together. And of course, it's an Amish love story, so it's very sweet, very clean, but it's extremely compelling. Now, when I read the acknowledgments at the beginning of the book, I want to mention this. The author did extensive research in creating the story. Not only did she get research about the Amish lifestyle and culture and how that worked, but what she also did was she learned about special needs children in those times and how to help them to learn. I thought those 2 things made this read absolutely wonderful. Now, the reason that I read this book, by the way, is because I got the arc to the second book in the series, which is The Amish Midwife's Secret, but I'm a series girl, so I don't know if I got it on Scribd or Amazon, but I grabbed the first book and I happily read it, and that's the book I'm talking about right now. I read this book cover to cover, just a few hours. I think the author is extremely talented. She really drew me into the story, and I think anybody that reads the story will kind of feel pretty much the same way that I do. I'm going to jump right into the next review in a separate video. Why? Because that's exactly what I did. I closed the cover of this book even before I wrote the review that I just relayed to you here. I read the next book. So this review draws to a close right now, so I can hurry up and record the next one. I can't wait to watch it, but you're going to have to wait a couple of weeks. All right.